Hey folks, I get a lot of questions about this and it is a little bit complicated, but I think by doing this video we should make this process a little bit easier. Now, FontAgent, cloud server and on-premise server have a selection for doing server-side controls. The server-side controls reside in the settings tab here. They'll come disabled. You want to make sure that you enable them and then save. This is a very important step. So select the areas that you want, the login method that you're using. The basic login method, of course, is email, password, that you're synchronizing every hour or every 72 hours up to that. And then that you go to configure client, and that will give you a window to show you where locations are. We'll talk about that more later. You'll download the properties file, which is this little document here. Once you download that, you'll put that in the appropriate client location. Again, just to confirm that you have your server-side settings correctly set, make sure that you check the boxes that you like. If you want to hide system fonts from the client, if you want to lock system font folders on the Mac side, you can do that here. On the PC side, this is not a feature. But you can do that on the Mac side. So you select these two and make sure you hit save. It'll tell you you've downloaded your configuration file. And once you've done that, you'll place that in a particular location. So let's take a look at that. On the Mac side, the location for this properties file here is Macintosh HD, Library, Preferences. From there, you're going to create a folder called Insider Software, no spaces. So make sure there's no spaces before or after, and it's all one word spelled just like this, Insider Software, both with capital letters. Inside that folder, you'll create a folder called V9. Okay, and no spaces on this folder either. And inside that folder, you'll apply the server properties file. Again, create a folder called Insider Software with no spaces on either end and no space between the two words. The second folder you create will be named V9, and that one will have the server properties in it. Okay, so as you can see here, Macintosh hard drive, library folder, preferences, Insider Software, this is the folder you create, V9, this is the folder you create, and then you place your properties file. This is a very important step. Once you've done that, you'll restart FontAgent, and then when you restart it, you'll notice these little gears here. When you see these gears, it'll tell you what the server-side controls are being enforced. Lock system font folders, hide system fonts, synchronize automatically. This one shows every hour. This way you'll know that this client is using the server-side controls for enforcement, and you know you set it up correctly. Now let's take a look at the PC side. Similar file, you'll keep that same file that you have here. When you're working on the PC side, okay, you will go to your File Explorer. I just like to go to local disk. I'll go to program data. I'll again create the location here. So I'll go to program data, and in this case, all I'm going to do is drop that server's property file in here. And this will give me that every hour synchronization that I need, but it will not give me the system folder controls. This is a limitation, and this is controlled by Windows 11. We no longer have access to that currently. That may change in the future, but currently we don't. So make sure that that goes in the local disk program data folder. Just add the server's property file, no need to create any separate folders. So there's a little bit of difference on both, but that should give you what you need to have those server-side controls for both Mac and PC clients.